Imagine waking up and discovering that almost everything alive on Earth was dying. Not just people, not just animals, almost all life. This wasn't the dinosaur extinction. It happened millions of years earlier, and it was far worse.
So remember, they never met.
Scientists call it the Great Dying because it nearly ended life itself. Around 252 million years ago, Earth became almost unrecognizable.
The Permian world, a truly ancient Earth.
Back then, life was thriving. Massive forests, ancient reptiles, and oceans filled with incredible creatures. No one saw what was coming. Then, deep beneath the ground, something enormous began to happen.
Moving and pushing. This is the incredible force that fuels volcanoes.
Not one volcano, not 10, but thousands of volcanic eruptions, lasting for hundreds of thousands of years. These eruptions released unimaginable amounts of carbon dioxide, changing Earth's climate forever.
Contributing to global warming.
Temperatures kept rising, oceans became hotter, and the disaster was only beginning. Within a short time, Earth entered the deadliest chapter in the history of life. The volcanoes kept erupting year after year, century after century. Earth had never experienced anything like it. The atmosphere filled with enormous amounts of carbon dioxide. Earth became hotter and hotter until the climate began to collapse. The oceans absorbed much of that heat. Water temperatures rose dramatically, and marine life began to struggle.
Find it hard to move.
But the heat caused an even bigger problem. The ocean started losing oxygen.
Fish cannot breathe. This marine dead zone is expanding.
Without oxygen, entire underwater ecosystem began to die, one after another. Scientists believe some deep oceans became almost completely lifeless. They called them dead zones. Then something even more terrifying happened. Poisonous gases began rising from the deep sea. Some scientists think these gases poison the oceans and may even have reached the atmosphere, turning parts of Earth into deadly environments. Now imagine volcanoes, extreme heat, oxygen disappearing, and poisonous gases, all happening at the same time. Earth wasn't just changing, it was becoming almost impossible to survive, and the worst losses were still to come. Then, the extinction reached its peak. Life wasn't just declining anymore, it was collapsing. Scientists estimate around 96% of marine species disappeared. Almost every ocean ecosystem collapsed on land. Things weren't much better. About 70% of land vertebrate species vanished. Imagine living in a world where almost every animal was gone. For a moment, it seemed like Earth had lost.
Now, the lights are going out.
But nature has one incredible habit. It keeps trying again, even after the worst disasters.
Back to this barren land.
A few species survived, not because they were the biggest, but because they adapted.
These little ones will inherit the Earth. Hang in there.
Those survivors became the ancestors of almost everything that came later. Humans evolved, discovering tools and fire, leading to our modern world today. Without those survivors, dinosaurs, mammals, and humans may never have existed.
Which future will we choose?
Earth came closer to losing everything. than at any other time in its history. And yet, life survived. After millions of years, the volcanoes finally began to quiet down. For the first time, Earth had a chance to heal. The oceans slowly cooled. Fresh oxygen returned. Life began to breathe again.
Oxygen filled the seas, and life could finally smile.
Tiny survivors multiplied. Generation after generation, Earth slowly became alive once more.
So fast, a truly thriving ecosystem.
Recovery wasn't fast. It took millions of years. Nature heals, but it takes time. As old species disappeared, new ones evolved, ready to fill the empty world.
Early dinosaur. Wow, look at them run. They have become prehistoric giants.
Then, a completely new group of animals started becoming more successful: the dinosaurs.
Rise of the dinosaurs.
Without the great dying, dinosaurs might never have ruled the earth. Sometimes, disaster creates opportunity, and millions of years later, those dinosaurs would dominate our planet for over 160 million years. Everything that happened started with the greatest disaster Earth had ever seen. But one incredible question remains. Could something like this ever happen again?
The biggest question of all is our future.
So, what really killed almost all life on Earth? It wasn't just volcanoes. It was a chain reaction that pushed our planet to its limit. Volcanoes warmed the planet. The oceans lost oxygen. Poisonous gases spread. Food chains collapsed. One disaster created another. Around 96% of marine species disappeared, and about 70% of land vertebrate species vanished. No other extinction comes close, yet somehow life refused to give up. A handful of survivors started everything again. Without those survivors, dinosaurs would never rule the earth. Mammals might never evolve, and humans would never exist. The greatest disaster in Earth's history eventually made our own story possible. Sometimes, the end of one world becomes the beginning of another. Today, scientists continue studying the great dying because understanding Earth's past helps us prepare for its future. History isn't only about the past. It's about understanding how life survived impossible odds. So here's a question for you. If you could travel back 252 million years, would you want to see the great dying with your own eyes? Tell us your answer in the comments below. And if you enjoyed uncovering one of Earth's greatest mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join History in Minutes for more incredible stories from our planet's past. See you in the next episode.